All right. So this is the brand new chair from AutoFull. This is the M6 AutoFull gaming chair. And this is probably going to be the best chair in 2024 from a gaming standpoint. This thing is chocked loaded with features, two of which you've probably never seen on a chair before. And so I'm gonna cover this in detail and go over it from top to bottom, so that way you can decide if this is the one that you're gonna be buying this summer. Again, it's maybe the best chair this summer. Thank you to the folks at AutoFull for sending this out. But as always, this is going to be an honest and transparent consumer-friendly review. So let's jump into it. Starting with the armrests, these are 6D armrests. Now they have, you can go out, you can go in, you can go forward, and you can go back, okay? But you can also go up and down. And you have this set here to go up. Now I'll show you what that looks like in a second and where that's useful. You also get this with your armrest, so you can bring them in here and rest comfortably. This chair is designed to also cater to larger bodies, and so because of that, if you put the armrest all the way out, it may be too far out for you. And so keep in mind that you can adjust this underneath the chair itself. There is pretty much about a 2-inch clearance as far as which way you can go, which gives you 4 extra inches of width. But once you have it set to where you need it to be, you just go ahead and retighten it at the bottom. And then you have all of the other 6D as well. And they have this groove right here, this natural groove, very similar to the last chair that I did. And it allows your kind of arm to slide in right here. And this is a sister company of that company as well. So that's why they have these similar armrests. But these are the best armrests that I've ever seen, like the width. And there's kind of like a slight curve that comes through here. And that allows for the distribution of weight. So if you're leaning on this really heavily or really aggressively, like that weight distributes really well, and that arm kind of aligns right there, so you don't have to worry about any type of pain or anything like that. These are shaped perfectly, and definitely need to see these on more chairs because that is extremely comfortable right there. As far as traditional adjustments, you have this lever here, which allows you to go straight back. Let's do it right here so you can see it right here. You got the lumbar support. See that there? And it kind of wraps around you right there. You can see it, but that lumbar usually makes my stomach poke up. I'm not laying quite flush, but it's not bad. It's not bad. And that goes straight up, all the way up. So I mean a perfect, nice ergonomic feel. Push you forward, leaning up, straight back and torso. Support it. You can take the pillow off as well. Lean deeper into the seat. With the pillow, it sits kind of right there in that nook, which is really good. Another traditional adjustment is going to be this lever right here, and that's going to allow you to go down, of course. Right? This one goes pretty low, so it allows you to go below, well, for me, I'm 6'1", below 90 degrees, which isn't the healthiest, but kind of gives you that kind of chill vibe. But and it goes up all the way there, so now I'm at that 90 degrees. As far as mobility, these casters move pretty good on the carpet. I mean, I'm not trying extra hard, and some chairs really struggle with this, and these move really well. I mean, you can see that I'm not trying hard at all. And but some of the chairs that I have really struggle with moving around on this carpet, and these are not bad at all. So I mean, you don't see them getting stuck or anything like that. So yeah, that's good, because some chairs are like a nightmare to try to move them around, and these roll really well. Regarding the footrest, this one is okay. It's kind of like the standard like gaming style model. Now, as far as like the mechanics, like that mechanic is pretty cool. The way it rolls out, and it's pretty solid, but this one doesn't adjust that much. It's kind of one like one piece. And so you can't really you know, it is what it is, you know, depending on how you sitting. Like, that's as far as I can go forward, and if I go all the way back, like, that's good right there. That's not bad. It's kind of standard for a gaming chair, if you will. It tucks away really nice and neat, and like, you don't have to worry about it moving around or being loose or anything like that. So that's good. Let's talk about the two adjustments here, 1, 2, that are outside of the norm. And so this one here is going to be a release for the lumbar support. This one just basically, it pushes the lumbar out or back in. So if you turn it all the way that way, the lumbar goes towards the back of the chair. And if you turn it this way, it pushes it out. And so it puts more support on your back. This is a release for the lumbar. And if you do that, then now the lumbar support is loose and it will follow your body wherever you go. Now, if you find a spot that you like, then you can shut that and it stays locked in that position. Again, it's locked in that position, but when this thing is open, when this release is open, then it's out like that. Now let me sit back in it and you'll see it. So you'll see it moving with my body. See that? That lumbar support is moving and supporting. So even if I'm not sitting straight back, there's some lumbar support there. Now, if I say, oh, okay, I'm gonna sit like that, boom, and now it stays put right there. So if I was leaning forward in my desk, then I would still be supported while sitting like this. So if I was at my desk and I was working away, and instead of sitting back the way I'm supposed to, if I lean forward like this, that's still gonna support my back right there. One more amazing setting that you have not seen here resides in these two buttons right here. There are two buttons right here. One is a fan and one is heater. So you can have cooled seats. Let me turn on my, there we go. Let me turn on my battery bank back there. Show you that in a second. But 3 levels of fans. And so I'm on level 3 right now on the fan. Level 2. Level 1. And that's off. And then you have the same thing for heat. So this will heat up the chair when it's cold, and it will cool you off when it's hot. And depending on where you stay, that is a really great feature either way. So you can see how much air comes up off of that. That's pretty strong current, right? It's a pretty strong current of air that comes off of there and sprays up through there. And it's audible. Let me get down here by it so you can hear it with my microphone. So you can hear that. So that is pretty good, and it's nice and cool too. Like, it's not bad at all. That is a really nice, cool air that comes out of there. It feels really good. I mean, you can see it blowing up the seat there. Let's talk about this fabric. This is really nice leather. There is nothing cheap feeling about this at all. All of this is high quality, really nice, thick and dense. And I think that this chair will get more comfortable over time as some of this breaks in because of how, I mean, sturdy this is. This is a really sturdy chair. And this material is really, really nice. Now, one thing that I will say, if you are someone that snacks in your chair, if you eat in your chair, these holes, these porous holes that allow the heat and air to come out, make sure you brush your chair off, because I mean, even, you know, something simple as like chips or crackers or something like that, those little things are going to fall right into these holes, and over time that's going to build up, and that's going to be nasty. For me, I don't like stuff like that, but I don't like that. But the battery bank stores right there. Now I have a big battery bank in here, and that's going to allow me to use this thing without being charged, and I can tuck it in. I wish there was a better way to tuck this cable in, because that's ugly to me, but it's not a big deal. And the only reason I really want it to be tucked away is because of my cats. My cats, you know what I mean, do stuff like that. And I'd hate for them to get caught like that or something like that and yank that out of there from down here and break the chair to where I can't use it. So I wish there was a better way, or I wish I could, you know, you get what I'm saying, like a better way just to store that away without worrying about my cats or my other animals getting on that. But as it is, it's a pretty good, way to put that away. So nice and easy without any hassle. And that way you don't got to be plugged into anything or sitting stuck connected to your computer. As far as labels and stuff like that, there's a AutoFull label on the back right here, esports chair, that is embroidered or stitched, whatever you want to call it. Like all of this is really high level on this chair. Like everything about this chair is high level. Like again, stitched and embroidered into it, like just a really nice freaking chair all the way around. Even the one at the top is embroidered and stitched in it as well. This one here, just everything about this chair is just really freaking nice. A few of the things that I think could be improved. For one, seat depth. If you look at here, the seat stops at more than a fist in between my thigh there. And it should be, basically this should be at one fist. That's like the most optimal, ergonomic, comfortable feeling. And it's actually a pretty deep seat pan if you look at it from front to back, but the lumbar support does not allow you to sit all the way back in there. And so that pushes you forward. And so that should be something you should be aware of. If you're tall, you may not be able to sit in this thing all day long because of how short that leg support is right there. It's not a deal breaker because gaming chairs are designed for you to sit forward like this in a kind of, prone position where you're sitting up and alert and gaming. And even if you lean back, then it's not a problem because you're leaning all the way back and your weight is going to be supported by the backrest and the lumbar support. And so that's why that's not, too big of a deal. Other than that, this pillow is okay, right? But again, it's not the most ergonomic. And this, this is a nice pillow. So this feels good. It will, break in a little bit over time. And so cool with that. This lumbar support will take a while for some people to get used to because it sits at the very bottom. It doesn't get to the middle of the back at all. Which isn't, again, it's not a major problem because the lumbar is the most that needs the most supporting, but you can't ever in this chair sit all the way back without, that filling into your lumbar, which it's good and it's bad. But again, I think that's something that over time, as this chair, as you get used to this chair and your body, it breaks in, this would sit at my gaming desk and not my main desk. So other than when it's hot and I need the air, because that's perfect. And I said I would show you kind of what this is. And this is designed for like mobile gaming, as much as we mobile game these days, right? And so it perfectly holds your arms up as you mobile game, and you can even crank them inside like this, or not even just mobile gaming. It's also designed for this, and so you can rest your arms completely and literally just hold the device, and you don't have to support that. So normal gaming chairs, your arms are like this, and you're having to hold them up and things like that, and you get stress in those elbow points where the elbows connect to the armchairs. So these 6D armrests alleviate that. So told you I would show you what that is. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I think this is probably the best chair that's going to release in 2024, at least so far that I know. Those new features, the heating and cooling is freaking out of this world. And even though the back support isn't the best for me, all the time, I still think that is a really great feature because it's just a different take on lumbar support. Now I'm 6'1", and depending on what your height is, if you're shorter than me, this may fit your body a little bit different. You really won't know until you try it out. If you want to know more information about this chair, I'll put the link in the description below, and that way you can follow that link to their website and figure out more about this chair and if this is the right one for you. If you like today's content, consider subscribing, joining the Cozy Coalition below. And if you've been around here for a while, then you know what I'm going to say next, which is, as always, stay cozy in that crazy world, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.